All right, I'm launching today at legendary Campos Marina down here in Shell Beach, Louisiana. And I gotta tell you, this place looks a lot better than I expected it to look. Definitely got walloped by Katrina, got walloped by Ida, but it's really, really not as bad as I expected. And here's Robbie Campo himself, the man, the legend. How's it going, man?
Hey, Todd, how you doing?
Good. How'd y'all do so well?
It was direction of the storm.
That's awesome.
Now, we did get some grass.
Sure, of course.
We got like 19 inches of water in our little office over there.
Okay.
But for the most part, Todd, we, just
I'm
clean
shocked,
up,
man.
I am shocked.
I'm
Look,
shocked.
we came back and we got everything back up and running here pretty quick. There's a lot of fish being caught right now, man. Just a few people fishing, plenty of redfish.
Really?
And where they come from, I don't know. Because last month you couldn't
I know,
catch redfish.
Right.
This month here, plenty.
They
of
all of a
redfish
sudden showed up.
Yeah, showed up. And I think if I was gonna go fishing today, I would head over behind St. Malo, back up in Magnolia Lagoon back there.
Up there, huh? Okay.
Gotta be eating up there.
Okay. You got a map in here?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Why don't you come show me?
I sure will.
All right.
If you go to Lena Lagoon and
Okay.
you go to Alphonse and you catch Bayou St. Malo and come up in this lagoon right here, up in Magnolia,
Okay.
this has got to be
Full of
this
trout.
is a hot. No,
Gotcha.
no. Well, I don't say trout, but plenty of redfish back
Plenty
up in
of
here.
redfish, okay.
Yeah, this is a redfish area
Okay.
right here.
All right.
This has been good. Muscle Bay's been good. Pete's has been good. Cut off, brick.
All for reds.
All for reds. Yeah.
Okay. All right, it's 1:18 p.m. I'm gonna be fishing all afternoon. I'm starting the day in a lake called Lena Lagoon. Well, I guess a lagoon called Lena Lagoon. Robbie Campo told me there was some redfish in here and some other areas around here as well. So I'm throwing my favorite redfish search bait, this H&H gold spinner with a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head and a shrimp krill metric shad. Trying to see if I can find a few fish. As you can tell, the wind is screaming out of the east. Definitely not ideal fishing conditions today, but I wanted to come because the rest of the week looks absolutely terrible. We got another system in the Gulf that's gonna dump a ton of rain on us. So it's either today or I just don't fish. So gotta get the fix. So it was an easy choice. Ooh, something hit me. Something hit me. Might have been a needlefish hitting my blade. Now what I really like about this as a surf bait this time of year is that speckled trout will also crush it. If you watched my channel last fall, you know I caught a bunch of trout on this bait, just searching for reds, basically kind of fishing like this. And I gotta say, I've never in my entire fishing career fished in Lena Lagoon. The first time, so I have no idea where to go. Just trying to read some water and figure out where some fish might be holding. Fortunately, the clarity is good. Ooh! Oh, you dirty dog. That was a good hit. Right at that Trinos mouth. What were you? I don't know what you were. I ripped the rod out of my hands. I don't know how he missed the bait. Must have hit the blade. I don't know what this tide's doing. I really have no idea. All the buoys are still out. Unfortunately, because man, I rely on those buoys so much. And the wind kind of distorts everything, so you really can't tell on the water necessarily what it's doing. Hopefully I'll figure it out before too long. This is the windiest day I've fished in quite a while. It's really windy. It's blowing 20 to 25 for sure. Oh, another hit. I'm betting these are little trout. It's 3 hits with no connections. Now, just like my last video, I'm not finding any grass. I don't know how much grass is normally in this area, but there's absolutely none right now. Fortunately though, the water looks great. Well, what have we here? Look at this. I was just saying, no grass, and I snagged some grass. Such a beautiful thing to see. Huh. All right, I like what I'm seeing in Lena. Glad we stopped here. Few bites, probably from needlefish, maybe from little trout, but I'm gonna make a move. See what else I can find. All right, now we've run up to what's known as Magnolia Lagoon, and as good as the water looked in Lena Lagoon, it looks even better here. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. First cast, bunch of grass, also doesn't hurt my feelings. Maybe we're gonna be too grassy to even fish this bait. That would be awesome. You can actually see some matted grass in that pocket. Ooh, there's a fish. And look at that, a speckled trout. Look at that, I was just telling you. Let me spot lock us right here. This fish broke me off. I don't know how that happened. but that's a keeper speckled trout. Oh, I see what happened. My bait came off the spinner. Well, I don't know what's going on here, but at least I got the fish. And it's a keeper, definitely about a 13-inch trout. Definitely nice. Glad to see it. I am keeping fish today because I want some fish. Haven't had any in a while. All right, I gotta retie. I have no idea what happened there. The spinner's gone. Looks like I tied a bad knot. I got the little curly cue on the end of my line, but at least I got the fish. I got more spinners. I don't know what it is about this bait in the autumn, but speckled trout love it. Whatever they're feeding on must look something like this. The rest of the year I'll catch a trout here and a trout there on this bait, but in the fall, when I'm fishing like this, searching for reds, I catch so many trout doing this. And as I mentioned, this water is just really, really nice. I mean, this is really good water. I can't expect to find anything better than this today. Probably not a coincidence that's where that trout was. Now, one thing I've discovered about my Avid that I really wasn't expecting is the quality of the live well. Every trout I've caught this summer, I've put in the live well, and every single trout has survived. If you know anything about trout, you know how unusual that is, particularly in the summer months. This time of year, they're just looking for a reason to die, and you can't keep them alive in a live well. But these have been, I mean, feisty when I go to take them out. I'm almost convinced now that this tide's falling. There's a rim of clean water right along the edge of this marsh, and that's indicative of a falling tide for sure. When I'm fishing like this, I really hate flat banks like that. I mean, you got to cast to them, but generally that's not where you're going to find your fish. You get these indentations like that coming up with the points in the pockets. That's where you're going to find your fish. Something like this looks really fishy. Even better if it's a cut through into the marsh. Oh, sheephead following me out. This water is literally sight fishable. It's that clear. I don't know if you can see that, how much clearer this water is coming out of this Trenasse. Just beautiful. We're gonna find some fish. I'm confident of that. Conditions just look way too good in here. That tide is falling hard, but it is still high. You can see it's flooded all this grass. But as the day moves on, it's gonna get lower and lower, and more reds will be pulled from that backwater. Oh, there he is. That's a red. That's a red. Dude, you even know your hook yet? Go ahead. Go ahead, I know you want to run. Oh, beautiful, beautiful fish in this ultra clear water. I hope you get to see him. Let's go hit this spot lock if he'll let me. Come on up here, buddy. Come on. Swim this way. All right, I'll try and pull you the other way so you resist. All right, here we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous redfish. Come on, I'm gonna net you. I'm gonna net you. Don't be so shy. All right. Look how pretty. Goodness, look how pretty this redfish is. Look at this guy. Whew. I mean, his belly is orange. Look how pretty he is. You won't ever see a redfish much prettier than this one. He's about maybe 20 inches or so, but look at the orange all the way through his belly. That's because of that clear water that's coming out of the backwaters. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Into the live well you go, buddy. Might have to revive him. There he goes. He's good. He's upright. He's enjoying his new home. There you go. You know, after an event like the one we've had, basically 3 weeks of misery, fishing just means more now. And I remember in the days after Katrina, I had the same feeling. It just means more. Getting out on the water in daylight today, catching a few fish, enjoying what makes Louisiana such a unique place. It's something you should never take for granted, and I know I often do. And shame on me for that. I should never take this for granted. This place is special. It's incredible. Oh, there he is. Another trout. All right. That's kind of crazy. I literally made one cast out away from the bank just to see if I could catch a trout. First cast, I caught a trout. Also a keeper. He'll go join his buddy. All right, give him a little water. Check on that red. Oh yeah, he's doing great. There's kind of like a little narrow passage through here. I think before I'm done, I'm gonna come back and get upwind and make a pass through there with a Versamax knocker cork and an H&H TKO shrimp, just trying to find some trout. There's obviously trout in this area, so I'm catching them with this. And that's why I like this bait, just as a search bait, because how else are you gonna figure out where some trout are? You gotta cover some water and throw something that they'll hit, and this allows you to do both. Now, a lot of people tell me they have trouble finding this H&H soft wire spinner bait. Most tackle shops sell them, at least in South Louisiana. But if you go to hhlure.com, you got to look up freshwater jig spinners. That's what this is. Good Lord, there's a massive gar right there. I don't want to hook him. Now, I buy these in bulk, 100 packs, because, as I've mentioned before, redfish destroy them. They don't hold up to redfish. They're not designed to catch redfish. I just know that they work extremely well. I got a lot of confidence in them, and that's why I throw them. So get a 100 pack. So that way when you break one, you don't mind switching it out. Oh, that's the gar. Look at him, look. Goodness. I'm glad I got that away from him. Please get out of here. Don't hit my bait. Hopefully you can see all that matted grass along the shoreline up there. Just great to see. That stuff will grow every day as long as we stay warm like this. Definitely snagging it on like 1 out of 5 casts. I don't mind that a bit. Oh, there he is. Another nice red. Spotlight. These are just the perfect size redfish. That last one was 20. I'm betting this one's 18, 19. He's not as big as the last, but he's a beautiful sight for sore eyes. I'm glad to have him. I'm using a rod with 12-pound fluoro leader because this water's so super clear. So I'm not gonna hoist this fish. Actually, he's a little bigger than I thought. He might be about 20 as well. Get him to this side of the boat and net him. All right, all right. I just love exploring new marsh, new water. That's new to me at least. And this is the reason why. Oh, stay in the boat there, buddy. You just fish a lot smarter in areas you don't know. Let him join his buddy on the redfish side. There you go. Y'all hang out, get to be friends. Once again, that fish was in this little anomaly here. This one's an actual run out. Haven't seen too much along the flat banks. They're either in the points or pockets. I don't know how you feel, but I'd much rather catch 19, 20-inch reds than say like 26, 27-inch reds. Just think they're more fun. Kind of get to enjoy the battle a little more. And definitely if you want to take a few fillets home to eat, those little ones are a lot better. I don't know what this thing is. A stump or a log, storm debris. Wouldn't want to hit that going full speed, however. It's looking very log-like. Definitely a lower unit eater. There he is, another red. Stop me on the dime. Same size fish as the previous fish. Just a beauty, just a beauty. All right. He's a little bit smaller than the other two. I'm gonna say about 18 inches. Why are these fish here? I think you see it. The grass. Oh, just a beauty, just a beauty. This fish is right here in this cove, full of grass, got a marsh drain in the back, right near a point. What more could he want? All right, getting a little crowded in there, I know. Make room for one more. Oh, there he is. Oh, a bass, look at that. Look at that. Stay in the boat. Look at that, a bass. Now that fish means a whole lot to me. This guy survived the storm. Not a trophy, but he's a trophy to me. I'm definitely letting this fish go. So glad these guys still exist. That bass, such a good sign to see. I keep getting water splashed into my face, and it's salty. It's definitely salty. You know, that surge pushed in a lot of salty water. Those fish are so resilient. They withstand so much. And you know, I love to eat marsh bass, but they're too valuable to me to keep right now. Definitely not keeping any of them, particularly now when I'm catching other fish. The reds and the trout did just fine in the storm. All right, super fun, short afternoon trip today. In the aftermath of Hurricane Ida, I found two things that I really desperately wanted to find. The first of which was submerged aquatic vegetation. This area is just chock-a-block full of it. It's really doing well here. Man, that does my heart good just to run across some grass. So many areas had it stripped out entirely. And secondly, finding a bunch of fish. Not a coincidence that I found them near that grass. Water in here is just spectacular. Timed it right with this falling tide, so the water's getting even prettier as the day moved along, and those fish were definitely eager to bite that gold spinner. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marsh Man Masson channel on YouTube, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marsh Man Masson. Definitely not the last time I'm fishing out here. Thanks a lot, Robbie Campo.